Yeah, the I-Team learning Illinois and other states are now discussing options to counter vaccine information from the federal government that physicians and families once relied upon, but which many doctors say may no longer be trustworthy, even considering how to stand up interstate vaccination programs. In Georgia today, physicians and others now protesting a new advisory committee on immunization practices at the CDC. It met for the first time today after Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. fired all 17 members and seated an entirely new board, with some vaccine skeptics like himself to determine national vaccine policy. Now states like Illinois are grappling with how to pick up the ball many in the medical world believe the feds have dropped.
What is at stake here? The trust and the credibility in this process that makes it a universal federal standard.
Director of the Illinois Department of Public Health, Dr. Samir Vora, telling the I-Team the erosion of that trust is forcing their hand. He and his team watching the two-day ACIP committee meeting closely and are ready to act if necessary to protect the health of Illinoisans.
When we talk about vaccines, maintaining that credibility, and if it continues to erode, we will see different coalitions emerge, and we are thinking through all of those contingencies here in Illinois.
He says he's been in conversations with his counterparts across state lines in the event recommendations from the CDC Advisory Board go against medical best practices for vaccination and immunization, potentially acting as a regional bloc, sharing medically sound information to the public, and even how to offer vaccinations if they are not covered by insurance based on new federal policies.
I think it goes back to no one state can take on the burden of what has been a federal government national enterprise.
The American Academy of Pediatrics slamming the new ACIP board before its meeting today.
Now, with the committee dismissals, it is no longer a credible process.
Going on to say it will continue to publish its own vaccine schedule recommendations independent of the federal government. Now, that vaccine committee over the next day with its new members is considering serious issues like RSV shots for children, an illness that, if not vaccinated for, can be deadly to young kids. The Illinois Department of Public Health director sending out a letter to colleagues saying it is doing everything in its power to remain a trusted source of information on vaccines for the public. RFK just hired another anti-vaccine advocate into Health and Human Services who will be giving a presentation to the ACIP tomorrow that ABC News says contains misleading information and cites a non-existent source.